Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Mariam Nakuja, I'm the Release Guide, your emotional wellness guide. Every Friday, nga nkulaga ensonga ezo, nga nkunyumiza ensonga ezo, which money cannot buy, but which makes life worth living, the emotions. So, of recent, we are doing a program, Discover Your Life Purpose 2023, and I'm giving most of the attention, time, diligence, and unwavering, aim to my students. And being it's hectic and it's tense and it needs a lot of, training. That's why tujja kubeera guno omwezi gwokka nja kubeera nga we just do uploads up to when the month ends. So, but I promise you every week you'll be getting a video and you'll be sure that but when I promise, usually I do that which I have committed to. So, Mariam Nabuja, I'm the Ladies Guide. I'm an author, I'm a life coach, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a psychologist, very passionate about human matters pertaining love affairs. Anything that concerns your emotion is my purpose, and anything that disturbs your emotional wellness, that is the reason why this channel is established to help you grow, to help you, change your inner self. Nga okozesa ebigambo bye nkugamba okukyusa endowooza yo okyuse enewulirayo. Some of the books I've authored are Ladies Guide to Fulfilling Relationships and to Happiness, Ladies Guide Emotion Happiness, and the Ladies Guide Journal. All these books are available wherever you are in any bookshop and in any country you are. We have an ambassador. You just come to my inbox. I'll show you where you can get the books. These books are for your growth, for your wellness, for your understanding, and for highlighting you the things you take for granted. You know them. Mubimanyi naye mubibuusa amaaso, and that is the reason for the Ladies Guide project through those books being published. I need to remind you that man is physical, mental, emotional, financial, social, and spiritual. Those are all dimensions you need to pay attention to. And when you don't pay attention to any of those dimensions, you get issues which affect your happiness. Happiness being our purpose as the Ladies Guide, twagala okuba ntutereeza ensonga zino emu ku emu. Each one of those is a dimension and it is forever. This is endless. Nze anaako wanenvaako. Physical dimension is a full course. Mental dimension is a full course. Emotional dimension is a full course. Social dimension is a full course. Spiritual dimension is a full, endless course. So we shall move slowly by slowly. Ndabe nti buli omu ayiga, buli omu ategeera. Era nyongera okubagamba nti because now most of the students are going to be private. I have now private classes. Ngenda kendeeza ku budde bwempammwe. Abagala freebies. So I'm going to allocate maybe 30 minutes of my time every Friday. Kuba kati I take courses zeeyongedde, which means I'm always in trainings, and it is really, really, really taking a lot of my attention and mental wellness. Okay, so then we shall be looking at what we talked about last week. But before we go there, we need to talk about these people who are helping us take this on. Cake Paradise. Cake Paradise, Egamba. Happiness starts here. Cake Paradise is a company, is a baking company that gives you the best of the baking experience. Do you have a wedding? Do you have a bridal shower? Do you have a baby shower? Do you have a birthday? Do you have an anniversary? Do you have a corporate event? Every event you celebrate needs a cake. Whether you eat a cake or not, we have to cut cake. So Cake Paradise has quality cakes and they bring a smile on your face because they make sure they give you quality in timely manner, and then when it has, that taste you like. So Cake Paradise is one of our partners to bring you all through this, and Bagamba happiness starts here. So Cake Paradise, how do you get their contact? Please check in the comment section below. We shall be including the numbers, but if you have any function that needs a cake, 0762 20 38 71 or 0782 338851 0782 33 8851. Let Cake Paradise bring happiness to your function. Okay? So, bakubireko bw'oba olina omukolo booking earlier bakuwe cake mu budde. Nabagamba cake wetuuka late ogwo teguba mukolo. Okay? So Cake Paradise is here to give you the best of experience, and they are part of now the ladies guide. Previously, we had an introduction to losing self in a relationship. Muno lyakafaananyi akakali ku thumbnail. Omuntu aluzze themselves abeera bw'ati. Eva baba balowooza. When you lose yourself in a relationship, when you lose yourself in life, when you lose yourself in love, when you lose who you are in any of those three dimensions, you think a lot because the mind gets out of order. The mind loses its vibrancy. The mind loses its creativity. The mind loses its productivity because you're thinking all the time. And that's the reason for this show. We had an introduction, if you missed, what it means to get lost in a relationship. I request those who missed the show, please visit the channel Mariam Naguja, the ladies guide. Go to the search engine, type my name against what you're looking for. Nabagamba, that's the best way to look for what you did. If you want anything I've spoken about, if you have a problem, type my name against the problem. Mariam Naguja, emotional wealth. Mariam Naguja, moving on. Mariam Naguja, breakup. Mariam Naguja, narcissism. The video will be. The search engine is as fast as that. That is the beauty with YouTube. Okay? It will give you the video in few minutes. Which other channels, which other search engines can do. Okay? So you want something, type my name against that thing you're looking for, and the video will be available to you. So type Mariam Naguja, losing self in a relationship. This will be available to you. So in that session, we learned what it means to lose yourself in a relationship. Losing yourself in a relationship happens naturally and it's normal. For everyone who falls in love or gets married, who gets into a relationship, it's very easy for us to lose ourselves in other people. Why are we interested in this? Because most of the time, when we live and we grow and our goals change, and that which we were yearning for has already manifested, we start now thinking through wanting other things. Okay? Most of the time, when people start understanding that they've lost themselves in a relationship, that is the time when they have understood that now the mission, the goal, the objective of the relationship has happened already. If you're married for children, you've gotten them. If you're married for legal, you've gotten it. If you got into a relationship for companionship, you've had it. Then life asks you, what next? Okay? So most of the time for the clients I've met who say, I'm lost, I don't know what I am, it's because they have already gotten the other thing that they were yearning for or seeking for. Now they want something else, and that is life. Okay? So then, it is easy to fall in love and get lost. It's easy to be in a friendship and lose yourself in a friendship and you forget who you are. These are the things that happen in our daily life, which we call identity theft. Someone take away your identity, who you are. And to understand that they have taken it, it can take you a matter of, long time to know that they have taken your identity. That is why it is in our interest to show you how to deal with this kind of situation when it comes to your door. When you feel lost, I've been there before. And I learned how even to stop it before it comes. Every time someone wants to take my identity, I'm so careful about it. Because when it's taken, it is very difficult to redeem. So then, we looked at a number of things. We talked about your friends become their friends become your friends, the conversations centered around them. Before you introduce yourself, you introduce them. Your self-worth is them. Yeah? You see, that the interesting fact about life is that everybody who is in love with another thinks that the person they're in love with is so important to everybody else. Wa muwendo nnyo gye tuli ffe. Fe. Abatamumanyi. So me, it makes me laugh when I find someone who is in love and they think their hero is our hero. Okay? Because it is in your world, not in our world. Okay? So be very careful when you're in love. It is easy for someone to take away your identity, to take away who you are. And then you think they are the hero. Eh? They are everything to everybody. Yet it is your own personal world. It is your husband, it is your boyfriend, it is your wife, it is your. We are not concerned. I mean, Mariam is your hero, it's not everybody's hero. Haven't you met such people who think now your world revolves around their love? That is how funny love is. Okay? So when people are in love, be very careful when they come to you. When they come to you with their dogma of bamazo mutu already identity against it, be very careful. I always watch out for that. Okay? Because when somebody is taken, ng'obwongo babututte, love emututte, atandika okulowooza nti ensi yonna erivolvinga ku muntu oyo gw'aba atutte. Gundi nno, oyenda gwemulaba, it is your world, not our world. Okay? Because it is you in love, not us. That is the most important thing to understand when it comes to identity theft. If your identity has been taken, that is you. Tojikuba balala mu office. Toleeta mirimu gyo egya personal life eya love ate ogikuba bano b'otamanyi tebakumanyi tebabimanyi ebyo byammwe babiri. Let people grow. That is true. That's why me, when I'm in a meeting with someone and they start bringing love, I stop. Because love is a long story. You can never get out of it. It is an emotional thing. It is deep, spiritual. That somebody who is in it is completely lost and taken. Chovola bane mubagamba oli ne wajja nga ayagala information oba advice omuyambe ku kizibu kye ne bw'omugamba ddeyo ne bamulimba n'akumala nga akiziemu kye wamugambye rubi n'omuga neyenze nga ndaba munnange wandikoze bwoti n'agamba nzikiriza agenda okuddayo akumawo nga biri bye wamuganja te byayingidde. That is the funny bit with love. So then, the intention for this course, the intention for this session is to help those who have woken up, not those who are still in the slumber. For those who have woken up and they want more of life, more of knowing who they are, even when they are in a relationship, to enjoy their individuality in that partnership called love. Woba tonnaba kukuka maaso nga bakyakutaddewo kano, please stay there. This one released after 10 years, when it will make sense. The video will be here waiting for you. Okay? Just take Mariam Nabuja, lost in a relationship. Pew! Search in the judging book, as long as YouTube believes. Okay? But for those who are ready for this course called Discovery, nga love muginyumiddwa nga ffe tuyaginyumirwa tugibaddemu ne tugikuukamu kakati ffe abagibasomesa tetukyagiyimba ku mumwa, tetwetaaga kuyimba ku mumwa kulaga abantu tebatwagala oba twagala. We have outgrown that level. Those are the people who are in this session. Abalala nabagambye revisit after many years. Bottom line, when you're lost in a relationship, you stop living. You stop. Ta-da! Everything just stops about you, and then the other person's life starts replay. That's why many of us at the end of life, nabagamba, never omubuuza nti yejjusa agamba, I didn't live. I didn't live. I lived for them. I lived for my children. I lived for my job. I lived for my. You stop your personal life to move for the other thing to move, which is compromise, which is not bad, but over-compromising, we shall see. So then, if you missed our introduction last week, please visit and see what we took you through, because the intention of today is to give you the solution. We are in the conclusive remark for this. We are going to show you how do you deal with self-loss in a relationship. How do you deal with it? How do you deal with that ideology of getting in love, falling in love, getting married, being in a long-term relationship, and then your life revolves around the other person, not you. You eat what they want to eat. You watch the games they want to watch. Your friends are their friends. And the two become one. Then when the two stop being one, that's where the hell breaks loose. So then, as we are in love, as we are in these things, as we are enjoying, in the all the time, that we are dealing with human beings. We are all human beings, and none of us is a god. Gods live forever. Human beings are timelined. Okay? So as we are enjoying love, as we are enjoying things, we should always remember who we are. That we are individuals in a relationship. Much as we are living, we are being together. That was what we talked about last week. Today, what to do when you feel lost in a relationship? How do you redeem your identity? And how do you stop it from coming? Bino bibagamba nabagamba nze ebyange biba 10 years from now. Kyenkugamba kikugasa emyaka agigenze nga nange nava ndi ku video ya 200 nguddayo mabega. My content is forever. Whoever would watch it in 2030, it will be as relevant in that time as it is now. Because these are principles. These are principles. Because a principle means when you overlook it, you have to pay a penalty for it. When you don't know it, it is not an excuse. Okay? So, what do you do when you feel lost in a relationship? What do you do when you feel that your second half has taken over you? How? What can you do? Because you don't need to break off the relationship. No. You don't need to lose the other person. No. You don't need to stop loving them. No. You just need to understand that there is something you did in the beginning which created all this. So if you're feeling lonely because you're in a relationship that made you feel lost, if you feel hopeless because of that isolation that comes with it, because when somebody is lost in a relationship, when somebody is in a marriage where they feel lost, they feel isolated. Why? Because when you are in something and you're not yourself, you're not an original. Old younger, but which you love. You feel you're not at home. Haven't you been in places where you feel you're not at home? That told you home? No, come back. This is my home, but I'm not feeling at home. That feeling is isolation. And it is what happens most of the time when people are in a relationship. Nga babula, nga identity bajiba, nga siyeye, nga onogola ba duplicate. I've been there before, where the Mariam now is not in me. And then the Mariam got lost like 5 years ago. Nga you have to revisit. That is how fun it is. So it's very important to know how to emerge out of this situation, either alone or as a couple. Because if your partner is understanding, if your lover is understanding, you can tell them, you know what, I feel lost. Ekigambo ekyo kinene. Okigamba omuntu nti mbuze nsanga it is difficult. So that is what we are doing here to help you find yourself when you're feeling totally lost. Our intention as a channel is to deal with trauma, depression, anxiety and worry, emotional loss, grief, loneliness, relationship issues. So if that is our intention as a project, it is very important to always remind the people that love is beautiful, love is very beautiful, commitment, everything is beautiful. However, there is that part where you need to self-care yourself, go individually. Because that is the origin of true happiness. One writer said, a true woman has love, but keeps some for herself. Wetekera ku kalaavu ko. So si gwe kubanga kalaavu konna okawaayo bw'otumusika empty. You will be depressed. So most of the things that you go through and most of the complaints you're having as a woman is because you forgot you amidst loving others. So let's look at what it means, and how to deal with it. Because losing yourself in a relationship means losing your sense of self-worth. Tewekkiririza namu kati. Omuntu yali yekkiririzaamu kati otandise okubula. Omuntu eyali omujagujagu n'otandika okukendeera. Eyalina obulamu ng'owulira life is moving and every day is like you're becoming dull. Love is beautiful, but it can do all that to you. So feeling lost in a relationship, your attention, devotion is to the relationship. The other person, go what devotion is, the attention than yourself, which is beautiful for them. You feel lonely because loss of self and your identity is gone. Without feeling until they are alone. Then your life is incomplete without them. Olunaku lwagamba nti sikomyewo. Olunaku lwagamba nti omuwuliddeko alina that is death to you. Because you've already been taken over. This does not only happen in romantic relationships, it also happens in friendships. Be careful when a friend comes all over you and they want to take you. Even friendships, there is danger in friendships. A friend comes and takes over your identity. N'ayagala obulamu bwonna butwale, n'omwedifainingirako, ate muba muliwe muti wakati ng'olowooza muli wamu, n'afuna mukwano gwe omulala. It is the same thing. You feel death in the soul. So identity theft is not only in romantic relationships. Identity theft is also in friendships. Somebody who comes all over you and they want you to, my best friend, my everything, and then at the peak of your friendship, you are lost in them, and then they're nowhere to be seen. Identity theft. So let's look at briefly what can we do with this kind of situation where we feel something is not adding up. If you feel you don't like yourself anymore, if you feel lonely, if you feel isolated, because I may be talking to you when you're not a victim already. Because why am I repeating these words? Is to be clear in your head that you need this kind of information. If you don't need this message, then it may not be relevant to you. So let's look at these small 6 tips, very simple, which can help you to redeem your life. To redeem. When I'm giving you such solutions, when you're applying them, don't be in a hurry, please. When you are in a problem, you don't get out of it quickly. It's a process. It is a process to find a solution. So even when you're applying these things, don't be in a hurry, Just apply little by little, step by step, until when it makes sense. Okay? Because now, if you're already in the middle of the relationship, if you're at the peak of the relationship, or if you're already in the process, you can't hurry up anything to change it. Okay? And if you're not yet inside, loss, you had better know these things. Because like I said, now me, where I am, and the psychological training I've received, when I'm entering any relationship, even if it's just a worker who comes to work for me, I rarely get involved emotionally with them until when they prove themselves otherwise. Emotional investment, giving it to someone, it takes me a lot of time to trust that person. In fact, most of them, I tell them up to 3 years, you're not the person I know. When 3 years clock and the same person who has shown me now this, we are well to go, I'll close my eyes. That is how it has to be. So you don't invest yourself in a friendship which has come in a short period of time, a relationship, a marriage which has just started, you can't lose yourself in something which has not even passed the test of 3 years. It will change and you'll be heartbroken. So the origin of heartbreak is because people invest themselves emotionally in the morning of relationships. n'oggweramu mugenda okutambulako emyezi 67 mwaka n'ogamba kale laba. Okay, so let us have this emotional intelligence of not trusting easily, giving time, taking a step-by-step process to immersing ourselves deeply into relationships. Omuntu omwemaliramu n'otuuka omwemaliramu ng'ogamba ono ndi sure 100% tagenda kukola bw'ati kubanga mutegedde. Isn't that beautiful? Much as it is slow, but it has a lot of beauty in it. Because at the end of the whole thing is you have a trusted relationship. Before we go there, let's go to one of our supporters. Silagen Switzerland is our partner. Introducing you Silagen now in Uganda. Silagen is not a drug, it's a nutritional supplement. I always tell ladies, when you clock the age of 30 onwards, try to supplement your health with other things you don't have. Because every day that goes, your body loses something. The cells are growing old. You're not as young as you were. You're not as energetic as you were when you're 18 years. You're not as vibrant as you were when you're 20. Okay? So most of the time we need these supplements to supplement on our health. Silagen is a very beautiful thing for this number of reasons and why I use it. One, the content in Silagen is from ocean. Supplement eno abagikola, the whole content of it comes from fish in oceans, not in lakes. You know, those marines. So those ingredients in the supplement, ziyamba ebintu bingi era nja kuba mba introducing one by one, ranging from immune boosting your physical health, to your mental wellness, to your skin, to your brain functionality, because fish is very powerful. When it comes to brain, fish is very powerful. Now, people like us who don't eat fish, it is a good supplement for me because I've never eaten fish, by the way. I don't know how it tastes. So, if I lack fish in my body, I have supplement usually with beans, eggs, because I have to get those proteins in lump sum. This marine life product gives you the best of the best, whether you're as old as 85 years, whether you're as old as 70, 60, 50. In fact, the more older you are, the more you need it. It works on your bones, it works on your heart health, it works on your skin, it works on the brain. It is an anti-aging. You know, skin efuna it's called collagen. Tokadiwa, teika. The more you grow, the more it goes up. So when I'm going to myaka nkaaga, ataano, ana, asatu mu etaano, asatu oyinza okuba okyanyiddira naye asatu mu etaano awo ng'oyambuka. Please, you need Silagen. Switzerland. It comes from Switzerland and it's a very good product. Boosting your energy and fertility, improves your physical performance of the body. Body benamaanyi mangi nnyo, because remember I told you it's a marine life product. Bajijja mu ocean, wantu tulina ocean zone nene. Eri product yennyini ocean ne bagicompressinga into one caffeine, or a tablet. It's not a tablet, it's like a gel. You just swallow it and it does wonders. One month like this. One tablet equals one fish daily. So you don't need to go to the beach to eat those eating fish, and even this our fish here is lacks certain things. For the other one, it is real. From a big fish to a small tab. So it enhances your skin, complexion, your beauty, you know, mood, swings, whenever that thing. So if you want Silagen, please, you can write to Zam or talk to Zam on 071 08 32 70 071 08 32 70 0701. 08 3270. She'll take you through more information about this wonder magic Seragine. Above all else, it is every woman's companion. Omuntu agambanga ekintu kikola anti-aging duka kirye yanguwa kubanga the more old you grow, the more you show age as a woman, the more unattractive you become to the male species, because male is attracted to youth and they want to see that smile, that skin vibrant. Because they're visual people. So Oluwagama anti-aging, please. Everything you put in your mouth, is it anti-aging when you clock 35 years? Anything which is going to make you sag, anything which is making you, get too fat, wait, please be careful. Nabagamba nze ngenda clockinga 60 years. By then I'll have my autobiography out. Nga nfaanana bwe nti gagunda bwati. I will not change. Abaligamba nti ani omukazi ono ya in ya out. I am working on my weight. I'm working on my emotional wellness. I'm working on everything I put in my mouth is working on my skin appearance, mind, body, soul. I'm so careful of what I consume because I know the beauty of a woman lies in the way she ages. So age gracefully, age well. So Stella Jane, abagala enamba yazaamu, please go to the comment section in the description below. Still tugenda giteekamu abatwale through more bino mbagambye katono. I've just given you the iceberg, the tip, but she can take you more through that wonderful product. Back to our session. What can you do when you feel lost in the relationship? And then what can you do not to get lost in the relationship? Tugenda be covering ebirundu ebiri. Number 1, learn to say no. Learn to say no. Saying no to the people we love is the most difficult thing. Learning to say no to things we don't want is very difficult for many of us. Why? Because we like impressing others, we don't love ourselves much, and then we feel when we say no to them, they will reject us, which is not the truth. One writer, I think it's Paulo Coelho, one of the writers of a very good book called Alchemy, says, every time you say every time you say yes to someone, make sure you're not saying no to yourself. Which means, by the time I give you something, if I'm giving you all this knowledge, I'm giving you from the overflow. I'm not cheating myself. If I'm giving you this and I'm cheating myself, then I'm going to complain that you're taking too much. That is how love comes about. Many of us, when we get into a relationship, we give too much. That then, after some time, you feel you're making the other person obligated to you. That's not how love should be. Love is the only thing you can give for free without expecting anything in return. So olabanga oli mu relationship nga oteekamu kinene, tomanyi gamba nnyo, buli kye bagamba ogamba yes, you're overstretching yourself. Nga tewali lunaku wali ogambye no to what your partner is demanding. It creates identity theft. Because every time I'm giving and getting nothing in return, when I'm overstretching myself and I'm giving too much to you, I start making you obligated to love me by force because I've given you so much. This goes to like when you're giving a child everything they want. Mommy, I want this, you give. Mommy, I want this, you give. When you give the child everything they want, one day, they will not even appreciate what you're giving them. They will make you feel obligated that you have to give them. I was talking to one of my colleagues recently, talking about charity. We talked about how to do charity the best way. Nangamba, do you know what? When you help people directly from you to them, batandika kufuuka obligated nti olina okubayamba lwampaka nti omuntu osobola gamba nedda taamu eweddeko njagala fees ng'afuse as if muli mugumuwa naye nga yejjukira wali olowooza oyamba. It becomes as if they are entitled. So we laughed about it. Ne mugamba, so that's why many of the whites do charity through organizations. Tayagala kwetekayo linnya linga ye. Kubanga baakuwa ekintu ekyo ky'okumufula obligated ku buyambi bwo. So it's the same thing with love. When you're saying no, yes to what someone wants, at the peak of the relationship, they feel obligated into jagamba yes. Olunaku lw'ogamba no, the relationship goes to shatters. So then, learn to say no because it is healthy for the relationship and it's healthy for you because you will not feel overstretched. Aina ito jja moyo wanje kusasula love lwampaka kubanga togambye yes ko ebyo tayagala. Honey, I think we need some maybe money to do this. You must say no if you don't have the money. Mugamba sigenda kusobola mukwano teziriiwo. Let's learn to say no. I will not invest in that. Because many a time when people fall in love, but they come chinene. Neobi ati bijjano gulina kwa love story noseka na busesi. Nagamba twatandika bwe tutiwe yamala nangamba tugende wano naye kyapa twacheka manya gange n'ashiteka manya ge ate ze yatekayo sente. Naye saagala tukayane ne mukkiriza akiteekemu and now era mukayane. So learn to say no. I learned to say no to things I don't want. Oba omuntu anyiigira batanyiigira, at the end of life I've had it my way. I sleep well, ate era simubanja. Isn't that beautiful? Learn to say no. You'll get back your identity because that's why you lost it. Number 2, create your personal space. Learn to create your personal space amidst the relationship. Stop getting into love, into marriage, into a relationship, and then you don't even have space for yourself. What is a personal space? A personal space is that point in life where you want to be, to reflect on yourself, to reflect about life, to reflect on relationship, to have gratitude for the things you've already gotten. Prayer and meditation. You find a me time. You find time for friends and family. Those are the meaningful relationships away from this romantic relationship. That is space. Every time you don't give yourself space, n'oteewa kantu ako, n'obanga busera lava muli mu church monna, lava mugenda naye mu out, lava ne mugenda mu family function, lava gosiba naye ku office, lava buli lwegulobera naye, lava then you close out all of us who are your friends. Then your name, everything in your mouth is your best friend, your tata, your mama, your kojja, your mobile nga munango ne buli kimu ne muganda wange. Era bitujituka ku bakaddi. Nesi kati. If you're still a young lady, if you're still having a life ahead of yourself, it's not a good thing to keep yourself around this person. Bwabuzeeko n'omubira masimu oliwa n'omubira mwenna. That's how family life is. Wabanga agenda mikwanje n'omusikale n'omukanida jangu tubere wano ffenna. You should love being alone. You should start enjoying yourself alone, with and without them. That is maturity in love. So si kubanga omuntu kawaldiko kali kuye. Panange, ate yakutamu. They get tired of that. Someone wants to go for football, go to their boat. They want to go for chess with their friends, go to their boat. Ayagala agendeko anyeko ne banne ebibozibozi by'abasajja n'omutulako boat. Atuuka n'akoowa. In fact, ne banne bamugamba wuuyo azze. Bamugamba wuuyo ne bakukimu. Ne baseka. They like personal space as you like it, and it is healthy. So, personal space does not mean that they are getting away from you or you're running away from your partner. Personal space gives you the chance to miss them, to relate well. Nongamba, haven't you missed me? It's been a while. How has been your day? Nina wegenda okola ebibyo. So si waldi ya mukubeera nga akatu kali bwe kati. Bannange. And how do you know that you're in narcissism? They make you lose that space. Narcissism, takwa space. Buli kaseera mbeera mwenna, cinema mwenna, restaurant mwenna. Olaba omuntu ng'akwetolodde bw'ati. Next is narcissism, which means you're going to depend on them for love, for money, for affection, for social belonging, for everything, spiritual growth. They are your everything. Now you're in the net. So let's learn to create personal space in relationships. That personal space is going to help you to reflect, even to appreciate the relationship. At times we don't know that these people are important to us. Tosobola kumanya mugaso gw'omuntu agiri kataliiwo n'ogamba, oh my, this is very important. Then you come back. Naye bw'abeerawo bw'ati tolaba mugaso gwe. You take them for granted. You take the relationship for granted. So personal space, create it. Then you'll get out of that mess. Naye omuntu akumisingemu kagambe munange oba ali ku kikati agenda okulaba nga akwesunga. Love wetu weri. So si muntu kubeera nga omwetoolodde bwabeera buli wamu. That is narcissism. Meaning you're not giving me a chance to give time to my colleagues, my friends. You're not giving me time to read the books I have to read. You're not giving me time to grow, to relate with myself and my God. Ndi naawe. How do you create a person? You sell a concept to them. I like reading books. I need that time. I like bichi. Much as we are lovers, we have other meaningful people out there. We need to give time. We have hobbies. We have careers. Love is beautiful and it is. I enjoy being with you, but I want that part also to be ticked. As simple as that. So personal space is not only important in romantic relationships, but also your friendships. Next is narcissism. You more space. Amanyi nti nawe ina family. Amanyi nti olina goals. Amanyi nti olina intentions. Friendship is not a job. It's not a job. When I'm your friend, it is now an obligation. You're not better now because that is narcissism. It is used. Somebody is using you now. Because whenever I'm with you, I'm killing out other things. And I'm saving the time to this friend of mine. So, whether friendship or romantic relationships, please create personal space for your reflection, for yourself, for your family, for your goals, for your meditation, for your now what love. Ogenda ka wantu babira ko kanu gamba wo. Nojukirako ebikadde ebitaali kyakugasa n'otunako mu future watali kintu n'okomawo mu present n'olowoozaako. That's when you find self. Create that personal space. Nga sinnaba kwerabira. You see, my God. We always forget, if I teach, I get into deep and I can even forget advertising my supporters and my partners. Proof by research, Professor Nyanzi Julius, aina product says kuyamba emotional wellness, physical wellness, everything pertaining to your emotional wellness. Professor Nyanzi Julius, our products, So every week I introduce 2 of his products and I talk about what they do, how to use them, and if you need them, please you contact them. Today let's talk about Himalayan pink salt. Yes, salt has power in many ways. Salt is something which everybody needs in the house. Not salt of cooking food, Himalayan salt. Sea salt is very important in homes for this number of reasons. One, this salt, now this one comes from the Himalayas, those mountains. It is pink. It prevents goiters. There is a problem of goiters nowadays. Goiters. Improves digestion. Helps on those with blood pressure. It has a lot of benefits. In fact, it's not good for your skin and your energy levels. So Himalayan pink salt, how do you use it? Just add in your soup or mugati just in soup olyo. Goiter, etc. Digestion, etc. You can add it in warm water and drink. But I think I could use it in soup. I think so. So Himalayan pink salt, you want it, please go to Proof by Research, Balikubombo Road, Entrance Equatoria. That is where their distribution center is. Ask for Himalayan pink salt. Nabagamba passcode is Mariam Naguja or the ladies guide. They will give you a discount on every product you buy from that place. The other product Proof has is Gutokola. I'm learning to be an herbalist. I think I'm learning, and I'm really, really doing well now in terms of big water. But with time, I'm going to grow beyond that. So, Gutukola powder has the following benefits. Um, if you have a scar on the body, it can fade the scar away from your body. It's a brain and energy booster for the body. It works on insomnia. Those people who find it hard to sleep and then you're thinking and thinking and thinking, okay? It can help you deal with insomnia and then you have a very good night's sleep. It is a skin toner. If you have a skin which has toning problems, it can help you to tone the skin. So, how do you use this kind of powder? Add this powder into a cup of hot water, drink. When it's warm, it will work from inside out. So, proof by research, Baliku Bombo Road. If you want their number, please go to the description section. There's Professor Nyanzi and his contact, or the person who you're going to contact in case you need to know about this product. Proof by research is there to help you grow emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and to improve yourself. Uh, all your body wellness issues aina organic products azerimira naziproducinga nazipackaginga to somebody who needs to consume it. Please talk to him and he will give you all that you need. So number 3, we are still talking about the tips, the 6 tips on how to deal with loss of self in a relationship. How do you deal with self-loss? How do you deal with when you're feeling lost in a love relationship, in a marriage, or even friendship? Friendship is like love. There is a thin line. The only difference is that there is no intimacy. But when you're my friend, I love you. It is the same thing. These are the same principles. Number 3 is accept healthy conflicts. Accept healthy conflicts. Conflicting in a relationship is very healthy for one reason. One, it checks you out. It checks. You know this kind of thing? When you're in the hospital, it checks your palpitations. When a relationship has this, it lasts longer. When a relationship has this, it is flat and dead. So every time you conflict, don't start panicking that someone is going to run away. Now they're going to get another person. Now I think they're never going to come back to me. No, it is totally healthy. Why people give too much in a relationship? Because they are trying not to conflict. But omuntu agenda kudduka kati mu kutya okwo n'amuwa kinene n'amuwa buli kimu neyeewaayo yenna n'afiira mu relationship. Disagreeing is not bad because we all have individualities. The way I look at things is not the way he looks at things. The way I conclude things is not the way he concludes. What I like may not be what we are different. We are different, but we are joined by a relationship. So disagreeing is very okay because we disagree to agree. Don't ever think that when you disagree with someone and when you're conflicting, it's a big issue that now you have to give up yourself for them to love you. It doesn't work that way. So most of the time we lose ourselves in relationships because we fear disagreeing with our partners. So learn that it is very healthy to conflict. It's okay as long as you can do what they call conflict resolution. You must resolve the conflict. Come to the bottom of what is happening. Don't leave it hanging. Talk about it, end it. That is okay. But you do not stop conflicting because you fear. And then you give away everything because you think when you give away yourself and lose everything, they will love you. It will work against you and it will not be a good thing. Then you will get lost. Number 4, do not overcompromise. Do not overcompromise. Compromise is part of relating. You give up something to get something. They give up something to get something. And then you have a meeting and you have a win-win situation. But when you over, the point is over. Over. over compromise, you lose it. Compromise is good because it creates balance in a relationship. You get what you want, and I get what I want. But when somebody is killing everything about themselves and killing themselves in a relationship, for a relationship, it works backwards. Over compromising may be not adding value on you, n'ogaana okweyongerako omuwendo for the relationship. That is bad. Giving up all your social relationships, friends and family, for this love, that is not good. Stopping being productive, n'oleka emirimu egyokukola buli kimu n'okireka for the relationship, that is not good compromise. Giving up all your personal happiness, esayo ne balitwala for the marriage, that is over compromising. Because at the last moment of this thing, when time has come, when the relationship has grown and matured, you will regret these things. Why you gave up everything for this person. Don't be that person. So when you are compromising, make sure you don't over compromise. Have that part of negotiation where you get back what you need and they get what they need. But giving up your productivity, giving up your happiness just to have a relationship, that may not be a good thing. Like I said, this information, this message is that person who needs it. It's for them, not for someone who is still in the slumber. If you're still in the slumber, please sleep. The video will be here after 20 years. Or just get up YouTube when it will be relevant by that time. But right now, if you feel you've lost productivity, lost yourself, eh, given up your personal happiness, and then you realize that it is not even working anymore, that is where we are now. Number 5, create healthy boundaries. If you are in a relationship, please create healthy boundaries. If you're in a marriage, please create healthy boundaries. What is a boundary? A boundary is something which says you end here, I begin here, or you begin here, end here. Okay? These are the things you inform or your partner is aware of, which can create healthiness in a relationship. If someone doesn't overstep your boundaries, you're healthy. If someone oversteps them, there is conflict already. Okay? So if you missed my show on boundaries, we have a video on boundaries. Boundaries in dating and boundaries in marriage. Type Mariam Naguja boundaries in marriage. There's a video I made some few years ago. There is a video on boundaries in dating. Even dating has boundaries where someone should not overstep. Even marriage has boundaries. Much as we are two people, when two become one, but there is what you're not supposed to overstep if you want to be in a healthy marriage. So create healthy boundaries. You need to pay attention to you and your partner's needs. You need to be honest about your communication with them. If something is not working out, please communicate. Don't keep quiet. Because with time, it grows and grows out into something big. And by that time, it will be difficult for you to explain and communicate. So boundaries are very healthy. It is not a sign that somebody has low gezi. It's not a sign that someone is unruly. Boundaries help you and your partner grow together with respect and with also attention to the relationship itself, because the relationship has a life of its own. If you don't pay attention to it, it dies a natural death. Okay? So let's create healthy boundaries in our relationships. How do you create boundaries? By being 100% responsible for yourself. Never shift your responsibility to another person. We are both humans. Everything pertaining to your life, it is 100%. Your choices are 100%. So don't bring it back to me, because we are individuals in a relationship. And then create the boundaries, communicate them. So that I know. If you don't communicate, I don't know. So, Mbasaba, go and watch the video on boundaries in marriage, boundaries in dating. That is where the all information about boundaries is. They say 2 hours or 1 hour session. But then you bring out later what we are trying to mean. Because when you create boundaries, you will not get lost in the other person. Lastly, as we are ending our session, indulge in self-care. Learn to love self. Learn to take care of you individually. Then you will easily find it easy to love another person. Self-love is key to all healthy relationship because when someone doesn't love themselves, they start giving away that love to another person and then they demand the other person to reciprocate the love, which may not be possible. Ogaana okweyagala n'osaba oli akwagale kubanga gwe wawaddeyo gugu kaakati ate n'oli n'agaana ayinza obutasobola kwagala by'oyagala, then you will disagree. So self-care means you, the lover, you, the vehicle of love, has taken care of itself to love another person. Isn't that beautiful? Nti bw'otuuka okwagala munno tomuteekako buvunaanyizibwa bwa kwagala. It is so beautiful. So then, if you feel you've given away too much and feels like you're making another person obligated to loving you, come back to self-love. How do you self-love? How do you give yourself self-care? How do you love self? There is a video on self-love. Type Mariam Nabuja in the search engine on YouTube. Mariam Nabuja, self-love. I gave you all the tips you can use to love yourself. That's a full video and a full course. If you don't love to love self, like I said, you lose your identity as a person. Be bantu bosanga ku mukolo bw'aba tasiseeyo mwagalwa awulira nti bamulabye. We were in some conference. I laughed. We had a conference somewhere, and then these were different speakers, and then this lady stands up and bamwa the microphone. Wakwata microphone nagamba, by the way, before I start, there's someone I want to introduce. Hey, that person is so important. Without him, I would not. So all of us waited. The conference, we have delegates, as in everybody there must be having somebody, and they're already organized. You dimension your life budgeting that they allow. So now it omwami yali afulumye. Mr. Where are you? Where are you? So all of us waited. So the person near me nagamba, what this lady is doing is not good. Omwami watu yagamba, how can she involve us in her private affairs? I mean, we are here to listen to the conference and the content they have for us, not her personal relationship. So many people laughed. Omwami generating unataka sana kuongea. Oli afulumye unamwita. So in my head I said, now this one, the identity is taken. Bw'aba tamulaze mu bantu tebagenda muwa kitiibwa. Either wayimirira bw'ati ne bamulaba nga bagamba kati oyo mukazi w'amaanyi. Bw'olaba nga identity ya muntu mulala kitegeeza gwennyini waafiyo teriiwo. And that's not a good thing. The moment you find yourself depending on another person for your worthiness, you're already in the net. Oli mukatimba. Meaning that if the identity is taken by another person, they are going to pull strings on you to depend on them. And when you find yourself depending on a human being, that is not a good area to go. Because they change, they grow, and they will change. So that one made us laugh. Kati naye manyinza akirabye naye n'omwami yandi okumpi yaŋŋamba, what this lady is doing is not good. How can she make us wait? Nga tulize sebo omwami akomewo oba yagenda ku ssimu oba ki ffe tumulinze bye byagenda okugenda. Meaning that she even doesn't have the content to give us apart from defining herself in love. That's not a good thing. Of course, I didn't talk, but in my head I said, she's in the net. So then, how to take care of yourself, how to give yourself care. Nti totandika kubeera defined by situations, material things to define you. Go wenyini weefeeko. Mind, body, and soul. That's all self-care. Even working on your value. Your value is not the things you have. Your value is what we see fe abalaba. So say yoina. Tebikuwa muntu value. I've learned the hard way. So people who do not work on themselves and their value find it very hard. Very hard. Very hard. And they have to use other things, other instruments to find value for themselves. Even love. Nabagifuula omulimo nti ye mwajja value okwegifayiningirako omuntu. That is not good. I don't know. But to me, I don't think that's good. So then, self-care. If you need to learn it, please visit my channel, Mariam Nabuja. Type self-care. The video will pop up. Therefore, that's all we had today about how to deal with lost in a relationship. In summary, we've learned and noted that if you feel lost in a relationship, you're very lonely in the relationship. It means that your attention and devotion is to the relationship and your partner, and you've lost sight on who you are. And then it feels that codependency on your lover. You start depending on them for your worthiness, for everything in life, and without them, you can't even exist now. That is very wrong. Okay? So when you practice all these small, uh, little things I've told you, ogenda kudda mpola mpola. And like I said, let it be a step by step program. It is not fast. You have to take it in steps until when it grows, until when you embrace it in your habits. Learn to say no, create a personal space, reach out for your support system, family and friends. Self-care. Conflict is healthy. Don't shun away from it. Above all else, always remember you are individuals in a relationship and embrace that change. When somebody feels that they are being lost, there's a change in a relationship and work on it. Don't question them. Okay? If it's a man, even them, they feel lost. Nagamba, am I supposed to be married? Am I what? Am I? They also feel lost. They had goals. They had aspirations. You stop to them by love. Life is interesting. Please allow them to be. Until next week, we shall be introducing our new topic. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to click that red button below. Subscribe for more of this beautiful content in the future that grows you. Like I said, my content is forever. It will pass the test of time. 10 years, 20 years from now, this will be as relevant as it is right now. So share with a friend to share with a friend, share with a friend, because sharing is caring. If you find this very useful, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Once again, I'm Mariam Nabuja, the ladies guide, your emotional wellness guide. Right now, I'm going into another session. Discover your life calling. Discover your life purpose 2023. My students are all fired up for the sessions. These are private sessions. We shall not upload them on YouTube. Only those who register will attend the sessions. Every class I'll be advertising is totally private. This one, I'm doing CSR. All these other sessions, which have a lot of content, are private sessions. So, we are going for the program in the next few minutes. See you once again next week, and love you so much. Bye bye. Happy Easter holidays. Love you.